Hey guys, we are live. Hello, Jamie. How are you?
Hi, Heidi.
Okay, so go ahead and say hi to Jamie as you come on. And I am so excited to share because she has started a membership in 1 year and went from 0 members just starting to 86 members in 1 year. And so this is all leading up to my business coach, Stu McLaren, who's doing this free workshop that starts on Thursday that you are not going to want to miss. And Jamie took it last year and has so much success from it. So Jamie, I'm excited you're here. Welcome. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Oh, this is awesome. Okay, so Jamie, I know last March, I'm going to let you tell your story, but it was so crazy because you, correct me if I'm wrong, you had booked paint parties, had paint parties scheduled, and then the world changed pretty much overnight and you had to pivot. So could you tell us a little bit about what that fear was like for you? Because now you're on the other side of it with 86 members. And just a year later, what was that kind of fear like? I mean, because you took action pretty fast, if I remember correctly.
It didn't feel like it was fast, but now looking back, I guess that it was pretty quick. So I launched my Facebook page on March 3rd, and then March 13th is when it just kind of stopped and I couldn't do what I thought my business was going to be, my business model. So it took me a couple of weeks to really kind of pivot, but I started doing live videos because you're always talking about go do a Facebook Live, do a Facebook Live. And I started doing that with no idea of where that was going to lead. I was just showing up. I was just doing the videos and asking people to come watch and providing value to them and trying to teach, things to them. And I remember you sent an email and you started talking about this workshop, and I somehow knew that the workshop, I mean, it's a free workshop. Why not take it and learn some new things? And I knew with it being an online model that was where I was going to have to go with everything being shut down. So I figure, why not go ahead and take it? And, looking back, I listened to the very first workshop, and that was on a Thursday or Friday. It was Thursday, just like this year. And then on Friday, I did a Facebook Live and got my idea. And my idea was something that I feel like was kind of given to me a few months prior, but I thought it was going to be a little bit different. I thought it was going to be more of a product that I had manufactured, produced. And I got this idea and I took that weekend and I came up with my idea. And on Monday on my Facebook Live is when I launched this idea to have people come and join me. So I only took the weekend.
Oh my gosh, Jamie. Okay, so I didn't know you had moved that fast because
I did. When I look back, that is exactly what I did.
So I love Mel Robbins. She's the one that talks about take
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yes, before your brain all of a sudden goes into reaction mode, take action, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, take action. If you've never heard that and you were crippled in fear, Jamie is a great example of just going, okay, these were the cards that were dealt. How can I change this? And I want to say hello to a bunch of people. Everybody is so excited you're on, Jamie.
Yeah, I can't see the chat, so I can't see where.
Okay, so Melissa saying hi. Melissa says these ladies. Yeah, she says these ladies are amazing, and Stu McLaren is amazing. My study buddy is famous. Stephanie says hi, Heidi and Jamie. Irene saying hello. All of okay, good. Yes, they're all saying hi. So if you have not signed up for the free workshop, it is life changing, as you can tell from Jamie. Totally changed her life. And what would you say has been by taking the free workshop? What has been kind of the biggest help during this process?
For the free workshop, it was just really staying focused and kind of what he was talking about and seeing the possibility. There's story after story about all these different people taking what they love, what they know, and turning it into a membership. And especially in the middle of the pandemic and things shutting down, that's what kept people paying their bills. I mean, that's what kept people able to to put food on their table, and because the membership model really does work, and it provides a way to connect with people from all over. I mean, I've connected with all kinds of different people. So, and then
who are some of the people you've connected with?
So I have several members. I have a member from the UK in my membership, and I have somebody that I connected with that is in Germany that is on a military base, and I learned how I can send my box that I send to a domestic address through. I mean, I've learned all of these different things, but I've connected with her, and I send a couple of boxes, like modified boxes, I'll say, to Canada, and then just inside of the tribe course, I met all kinds of different people. I was actually interviewed on a podcast a couple of weeks ago from somebody that I met in tribe, and just all of these different opportunities to connect with people from all over. So it's been awesome.
Yeah, Jamie, I think that's the part that people like maybe they don't value as much, where I think that's more meaningful.
Yeah.
Connecting with new people and people that are doing the same things you're doing. So I just want to recap, if you're just now jumping on, we are talking to Jamie, who last March, she was getting ready to do her in-person parties and things changed. She started her business, and then she switched it, and she started learning from Stu McLaren, my business coach, about how to do a membership, and now has 86 members. And if you don't mind, okay, so here's the thing I get so excited about. So here's the thing. I mean, artists and creatives, like, the reason why this is so awesome, and it's a time like no other, is because we have the potential in just a few seconds to push a button, go live. I was just live a few minutes ago painting a surfboard. We have the potential, like in the past, I would literally have to, and I've done this, you've probably done this too, but I had to go to the News Herald. I had to put in an ad. I had to pay a certain amount of money. And then hopefully people would look at it on a Wednesday when it came out to a limited amount of people. That's how I advertised in the past. And so now I think about, I've been teaching paint parties for 13 years. And I think about now I can quickly just hit a button and I'm live. And so the potential,
and it goes out to so many people,
to people in different areas, to the UK, to all these areas. And so I am just so thankful to be able to learn this type of way to do business. And so if you don't mind, if you'll share, because I know a lot of people are going to be signing up for the free workshop. If you want to be a part of the free workshop, just type free workshop. It starts on Thursday, and you're not going to want to miss it. And then Jamie, if you'll share exactly what your business is and what you're sending out, because I know you have people that can sign up for your membership right now.
Yeah. I decided to use the subscription box model because there are several different models that Stu's going to teach about how you can set up a membership. And I really just kept it very simple. It was just a Facebook group and a PayPal link. Mm-hmm. and that was what I started with. And I really haven't done anything too much different than that. I haven't invested in anything. Even on my page, I keep it fun, I keep it simple. And that's what I've kind of carried over into my membership. But I got this idea when I quit my full-time job at the end of December of 2019 to do something creative, because I am a creative person. But, I wasn't doing anything creative on a daily basis. So I got this idea that that's what I needed, was something that I could do on a daily basis that gave me a little bit of creative time to myself. Mm-hmm. So I really just did a Facebook Live and asked people if they wanted to come on that journey with me, and I would send them out a box of materials. That was really how I launched it and talked about it. And I just did a Facebook Live that whole first week talking about it, and I started with just 9 members. And I don't want to say just 9. I started with 9 members. 9 members who said yes. I had no no background, no proof to show to them that this was going to be fun. It was going to be beneficial. I just had this idea that I knew it was something that I needed. And I just thought if we formed this community and we all did it together, it would be more fun.
So what are y'all, so it's Art in the AM, right?
So that was what the name that I call my Facebook Lives. And originally that was the name. I just named it the Art in the AM Club. So it was kind of like this club that I formed where we were going to do art journaling.
I love that.
The very first time I didn't even send out a box. I sent an envelope. And it was just a padded envelope that had a little sketchbook and some things in there. And for 2 months, I just kind of kept it at that, learning how to set up the group, how to, asking my members questions about what they wanted to do and how to like build it out. So I really used those 9 members to create the membership the way that they wanted. And I asked them questions about, what would you like, this or this, or, what would this be better? What days are better? All of this. And so by the 3rd month, I started opening up my membership to more members. And I realized pretty quickly that it was kind of confusing to call it the Art in the AM Club because it really didn't have anything to do with my videos at the time. So it was like this disconnect. So in January, I rebranded and now it's called the Start Journal Club with the ART in Start. Like most of my subscribers, usually when they somebody just typed it in there. I see where Mary typed it in there where she typed start and the ART is
yes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So that describes what we're doing a lot better. It is a start journal. It's the beginning of starting to have an art journal where you start your day maybe in the art journal, you start being creative. I mean, that's what I started using it for, was to start adding creativity into my day, every single day, just for 15 or 20 minutes. And that was what I needed. So it was kind of a big chance to rebrand it because I didn't know if my members would, sign up and re-sign up for that new idea, if, but it really didn't change anything. It was better named to what we were doing.
Right. Yeah. And I think too, when you can encourage and inspire people to create daily, it just becomes like brushing your teeth. So like in the past, I mean, it took me a freaking year to do one painting because I was busy, I was working, I was going to school, all these things. And then, and then I had Pixie. Like I seriously, Jamie, I thought like I was a full-time student, I worked 40 hours plus I went to school that last year full-time. I thought, because I was 8 months pregnant when I got my diploma. And so I'm walking across the stage and I'm like, having a kid, that ain't going to be nothing. Like I've been, going to school full-time, working full-time. And then I had a baby and I was like, what the crap? Like, this is a lot of work, And so,
and you don't have time for yourself. Right. Yeah.
Well, and you get in that habit of thinking like you can't make time for it. But when you create the habit of making time for it, like, especially if you create, it doesn't have to be a big space, just a 2 foot by 2 foot space. I have painted in, on my couch, outside. I mean, I've painted everywhere, and I'm sure you have too, because, when you want to create, you're going to make it happen no matter how little space you have. And so I think when you get in that habit of creating every day, it makes such a huge difference. And then it's like brushing your teeth. You can't miss it, So, so we have a lot of people. Linda,
I know, I see Linda said she watched me with her coffee.
I love that.
Awesome, Linda.
I love that. Yeah. Okay. So real quick, for those of y'all that are just jumping on, and we were talking to Jamie, who started the membership just last year. She started her Facebook page, and then 2 weeks later, right, started your membership.
No, it was almost 2 months. It was March 3rd, and then like right at the end of April is when I launched, and then I opened up my membership on May 1st. I opened up the group. So May 1st is what I consider my 1 year anniversary. So here in a couple of weeks. So.
That is so amazing. So y'all, if you have been thinking about wanting to start a membership, you're in the creative space, this is why I talk so highly of Stu, my business coach, is because that's what helped me go from 0 members to now over 2,000 in Paint Party headquarters, which is beyond my wildest dreams. And Jamie, you know, from just a year ago, not even being in the online world, I mean, I can't even imagine what's going to happen in 1 year with you. Like, so what is, like, let's just kind of dream for a minute. What's your big goals for the next year?
You know, so I mean, before my 1 year in 2 weeks here, I would love to be at 100 members. That's been my, you know, my dream, to be at 100 members for the Start Journal Club and the Start Journal box, and have subscribers, because I see what a difference it's making. And I get messages, I get stories, I connect with the people inside the community, and really I'm a member inside of my own membership, because I do a journal page too, you know, and I carry my journal around with me, and I travel with it, and I take it with me. And you know, you were talking about painting. My journal is, I carry it around with me because it's portable, and I can take it and do my art journaling. And I keep it very simple, usually just, you know, a marker in my sketchbook, and you know, and that's enough. But as far as the Start Journal Club, and really from taking Tribe, what I started to realize towards, like, after Tribe was over and my membership was going, and I started having a lot of people ask me questions, which I'm sure that you probably, from your paint, that's kind of how it progressed for you to start Paint Party headquarters. And I'm going to be going through Tribe again this year, and I'm going to be launching a new membership.
Awesome. Congratulations.
So,
Very cool.
And it's so I'm going to go through it again as a new triber, basically, because it's going to be a whole different model of a membership than I did before. So I'm excited.
That's so cool. Yeah. And that's the thing too, I think. And, you know, we just don't know, like, the possibilities. Like, you don't know what you don't know until you know. And then you know you don't know anything, right? You start to learn more and more about this. And I think that's been, like, so exciting, because as an entrepreneur and as a creative who wants to do this to create financial income for their family. Whenever you're doing this, you know, there's so much out there that you can learn. And I think it's really important, especially as a creative and as an artist, that, you know, as much energy and time as we put into painting, you know, our stuff, or art journaling, we have to put that exact amount of energy and time into how to learn how to market. Because it's one thing if you're just wanting to be an artist, but it's another thing if you want to be an artist who is making a living at it. So, so I am so excited. So if you want to be a part of this free workshop, Stu only does it once a year. Me and Jamie cannot recommend it higher. It's so awesome. So make sure you sign up for the free workshop. I'll post the link, and it's also in the comments at the top. But I'm so excited for you, and I'm so thankful. Do you have one of your art journal boxes you can share?
I do. So I have, this is what I'm calling my anniversary box, because it's going to be for May, which is my anniversary. And the color theme that I have is silver. So this is my box, and I have the sticker in there, and so it has my colors that everybody recognizes. And this is one of the little things that I have in there, with a little plaque that I had specially made that everybody's going to get. And it has my tagline on there. So it says, where inspiration plus community sparks creativity. And then I have a whole little packet here of a Sharpie and a silver Prismacolor and stickers and papers, and they get a sketchbook, and there are stencils and other papers. And then inside the community, inside the Start Journal Club, is where I have the tutorials, and you know, I teach about how to use those materials. We post our pictures in there, and we get it so inspired by each other. I mean, I look at everybody else's pages like, how did you do that? How did you create that? And it's fun. We get together on Zoom like once a month, and we have workshops where I allow my subscribers to take workshops that I offer, and you know, different things like that, so that's really where I say, like, the magic happens, is inside of the community. And that's really where the community is not something that I really really thought of or expected that would happen. And really the last couple of months, they've really kind of formed like this tight, you know what I think is the most fun, and you probably see this too, is I start seeing out of my group on Facebook, all of my members are friends. Like they're friends on Facebook and they're commenting on each other's stuff, and they didn't know each other before.
Yeah.
You know, they're connecting now outside of my group and getting to know each other. And there have been several of my subscribers that said they don't know what they would have done during COVID if it wasn't for this community, because we talk to each other daily. Mm-hmm. We're in there daily, sharing our pages, sharing things on our pages that are personal, that are, you know, inside that private group, we get to know each other really well. So that wasn't really something that I, you know, at first I just thought it was going to be this box that I was mailing of stuff. It would just be fun. But, you know, you and I know, and we talk about that it's a lot more than painting. It's a lot more than my Start Journal box. It's about the people that are inside that community that you're serving.
Yeah. Yeah. And I know you have like such a heart for that. And that's how I feel too. Like, I feel like my whole mission is sharing God's love through art. And we get so lucky to be able to do this through paint parties and teaching people how to, you know, make money for their family through that. But how cool is it that you get to help form this community, which then births all these friendships off of that. And that really is so powerful.
Yeah. Yeah. That's very cool.
Okay, so we just want to wish you a happy anniversary. This is your 1 year. And so again, I know it's so exciting. So for those of y'all that are nervous, that want to start a membership, please try this free workshop. It's coming up. And Jamie, any final thoughts before we
go? You know, you talked about just what are your dreams, and I would say think about those even before you like attend the workshop on Thursday. Like, think about your dreams and how you want your business to, like, what you want it to look like, that it could give you. Like, tomorrow is my son's 21st birthday, and I'm going to be able to take the whole day off and spend with him. And I couldn't have done that at my previous job. You know, so what is it that I can set things up for tomorrow to go ahead and, you know, run for me during my business and have it all set up and be able to take the time, you know, with your family or whatever it is that's important to you. And the other thing that I would say is to pray about it, and write those down. I've had some crazy unimaginable things happen this past year because I wrote them down. I wrote down my prayers. I know you keep like a book, and I wrote those things down, and it's funny because, you know, it's funny because I write them down how I think. And I'll just tell you, one of the dreams that I wrote down in January was I wanted to earn enough income this year that I could hire an assistant. And Heidi, right now, I have 14 assistants that I don't pay.
What? How is that?
So one of my subscribers works at a vocational school, and her entire class and her aide are helping me to pack my boxes, to sort everything, to put everything into the boxes. And it's part of their curriculum.
It's not part of their credit.
Yes.
Hey, girl. Yeah, you need to do a training on that. That's awesome.
So last month, I didn't pack any of my boxes at all. And right now they're packing up and putting together my boxes this morning for me to mail out tomorrow.
Oh my gosh, that's insane. And think of that. You wrote something down, and then God delivered it way bigger than you ever would have thought.
Like, I would have never even imagined that. Yeah.
That is amazing. Oh my gosh, thanks for sharing that. I know I'm a huge, like I say it all the time, like write down, you know, I built this Creating with God, you know, and I write down all my biggest, craziest, you know, thankfulness. Obviously you want to start with gratitude, but then, you know, praying. And I mean, God gives us these dreams for a reason. So I think that's really, really big.
And the thing is, you have to take action on them. Like, they aren't just going to happen, you know? So I think that that's the other thing, is just to get started. I had no idea last year when I got this idea that I would just, I like that, Kelly.
I love it.
I had no idea like what the next step was, what the next thing was that I needed to learn. I just keep showing up and I just keep taking the steps towards what I know now, and just keep building on that. So you just have to get started. You don't have to know it all. What is it that Stu says? You don't have to get it perfect. You just have to get it going.
Yeah, you just got to get it going. And I think it's so true that, I mean, we have to be, we still have to take action. It's not like we write.
Right.
I mean, I do call this kind of like a magic book, because I think it's a mixture, of like when I pray and then I ask God for help, and then it's like, oh my gosh,
it's like this whole little recipe.
It's so crazy. I'm like, oh my gosh, things that are in my wildest dreams. And like you said, something that is totally unimaginable that happened is just crazy. And so I think, and I had a lot of people asking how long the workshop lasts. Here's the thing, guys. Okay, so the workshop starts Thursday on April 22nd. Then there's 3 trainings, and these are free trainings. So April 22nd, April 26th, and April 29th. Stu is not a person that says, here's the training and it will be here for the next year. No, it is available for about a 5 to 7 day time period. And that's it. So you've got to take action. You've got to watch the trainings when he has them released, and go ahead and just type free workshop if you want the link. But there will be a replay that you can grab if you want that replay. And then also, if somebody wants to get inside your membership, where do they go to find you?
After we get off the video, I can, put the link in there. But if you go over to my business page, which is Creations of Studio 39, on my cover photo is a picture of the box that's going out with everything kind of laid out of what you get in there. And if you click on the picture, the link is there in the description. So that's the easiest way, is I always kind of put it there.
That's awesome. Well, yeah, let's help her hit her 100 before the year. That'd be awesome.
That would be awesome.
Yes. Well, thank you so much, Jamie, for taking.
Thank you, Heidi.
Oh, I just love you, and I'm so excited for everything that's happening.
Thank you so much. It's because of you and because of Stu. It really is.
Oh, well, congratulations. I mean, you've done all the work. So we're excited for you, and we're excited to see where this is going to go. And everybody else, if you want to know more about artists creating memberships, y'all, this is a huge I don't know, I like to say it's almost like, I feel like it's back in the day whenever somebody who discovers something new and you're like, oh my gosh, you've got to hear about this. And so Stu is the best at this, and I really want y'all to see his free workshop, and it starts Thursday, so don't miss out. And yeah, I can't wait. All right, guys, I'll see y'all soon, and thanks, Jamie, so much for being here. All right, bye, y'all.
Bye.